this pre-season training, I always let the circumstances decide how we train every session. So that can be like temperature, it can be the L count, just like now. It can be the state of condition of the dogs, and yeah, it can be anything. I'm trying to learn to be good at making variation for the dogs in training. Not only variation in speed and gravel and variation in when on the day we are training and so on, but also variation for each and every individual in the team. So I've been talking to Victoria a lot about this today, the river huskies, and got me thinking about how am I really thinking? You know, I have a lot of thoughts, and I have figured out a way to do it myself, but I never put words on it, so it wasn't always that easy to explain, and I guess it still isn't, because running dogs is a lot about feeling. I'm not that kind of feeling person. I like concrete things. I like statistics and diagrams and stuff like that, but when running the dogs, I can't. I mean, I've planned. I'm always planning the session. I have an idea of how I will increase distance and how much I want the dogs to train every part of the season. But when we are actually training, I spend my time watching the dogs and kind of just see. I guess I try to see on them, try to see things. So for instance, I've been observing that Kite has been going, normally I run them without necklines, but lately I've been observing that Kite always chooses to run on the left side. Now that I know many mushes doesn't care, and maybe it isn't that important, but it's like, I feel it's like a challenge for me to make my dogs, train my dogs to be used to like everything that can ever happen to them in the trail. So now I put her on the right side. She's the second from behind, the right side. You can see she's still pushing to the left, but hopefully this behavior will start to disappear. So she will work equally on each side. Okay, let's see. We are now at the regular turn, but we are not turning. Chi! We're going into the woods. Good boys and girls. It's actually Dolly and Turbo who are in lead at the moment. The 3-year-olds. And oh, pop! Sorry guys. It's kind of bumpy here. I guess they have a break now. Are you finished? Should we run? Yeah, Nitro, she always wants to run. Yeah, so where was I? About variation. So I'm observing the dogs all the time, and I'm trying to make variation for them, because I really truly believe that their development as sled dogs is depending on how much experience they get. So if I limit the amount of situations that they actually experience, they will stop. Okej, come on! Japp, nu kör vi! Bra! En gång till! Japp! Oh god, this is heavy. We are kind of standing in some kind of hole. Okay, nu kör vi! There we go. Oh god, oh god. I need to wait for me. Wait. Oh god. Uh-oh. we kind of sorry guys, as you might have seen, needed to sort a few things out. Nothing strange, only that I went off the road with off the road with guys. Actually, when I was talking about experience and variation, that also includes me, of course. So not by purpose, but just because I'm kind of a really messy girl, I get myself into situations that I need to solve with dogs, and for every situation that I solve, I learn something. Sometimes in my head I learn a really lesson, and sometimes I learn it in my ability to observe and or my muscle memory. So like tangling out dogs when they get tangled all together. I do it without thinking. I guess I've gotten used to the regular ways for them to tangle themselves, and I also found easy ways to just tangle them out. So back to variation. I believe that I always tell Kati, since she's now training the youngsters, I tell her that I want her to. The most important thing in the training of young sled dogs is variation. Let them run on different sides, on different soil, on different everything. Change as many things as you can, different positions. Because if you accidentally are doing something wrong, that the dog won't get used to it. So if you change all the circumstances all the time, everything but the one true passion for them, the running. So they learn to run because they run every time, and the change in everything else, actually it's called habitation. They get used to running no matter what, because they already experienced a lot, and the thing that everything had in common was running. So that's a way of using the positive reinforcement training with the sled dogs. So this session I actually was planning on running them 8 kilometers because it's now 12 degrees out and that's rather warm, but I can see on the dogs on their way to work, and I can hear on their way of breathing that they are coping really okay with the temperature today. It's no problem. I guess it's because the air is kind of dry. But I experienced that they had really hard time working, even though it was dry air, and also the opposite, that they had really hard time. It was really easy for them to work when it was humid. So since we are running mid-distance, it's important that they have the proper amount of kilometers in their legs. So for me, every training session, every training day is really important to achieve. And but those days where I feel like the dogs are a little bit tired, or maybe I am the one who's tired, or if the dogs, if it's warm or everything else, not too warm of course, but like 12 degrees today, I tell myself, okay, if only I get out with them, I can always turn after a few kilometers and we have this short session and everything will be okay. So I always go out with them and after running a few kilometers I can decide whether I want to run more or I want to turn back home. But like 9 times out of 10 we run more, because it wasn't that bad as I thought. So now I will stop and give them water, and I will try to organize so you can watch it. It will take me a while maybe, but let's see. There we go. I'll put you here. Maybe you can stay there. Stay. Go. So I know my dogs, and they can all drink while training. If I had dogs that with a deeper chest, or that aren't that adjusted to running and drinking and eating at the same time, I would be careful with watering them during training, because I don't know the proper terms in English, but they will have problems with the vowels, and they will also they can get sick, and they actually can die from sorry guys, I need to write this in the description of the video so I can get the proper terms for it. But these dogs, they have no problem with it. I've been training a lot with while drinking and eating during training, and they are made to do it. They are born to do this. They are bred to do this over a few hundred years. Actually, did you know that the Siberian Husky is the first, they have the first findings of an actual breed in Siberia, among the sleddogs in Siberia. It's 9,000 years ago. They have found like proof of people actually breeding their dogs with a purpose. And it was the first, it's the earliest findings they found. Yeah. And now I need to turn on the engine. Second. We are now 30G. Okej, här, det går bra. Yep. And they know exactly what to do. There we go. There we go. And everything is untangled. Perfect. And there we go. Oh, sorry guys. Yeah. Good girls. There we go. Okay, so I should stop talking now. If you have seen the video so far, I'm really grateful because I happened to like record a really long video this time. So I'm hoping you guys have a great evening and that you have had a nice mush lately. So take care of you and your dogs.